Hello everybody, we are in South Korea today driving the brand new 2026 Kia EV5 for the very first time. Now this is a really important vehicle for Kia because it's their first EV entry into a very popular segment, which is subcompact / compact crossovers. And this one is fully electric, and I gotta say, I've only been driving it for today, but so far I'm really impressed with what's going on here. Now, this is really important for Kia because they keep telling us that this was an EV that was built for price accessibility. Now, we do not know pricing yet. And the car doesn't come until early 2026, so we probably won't know pricing until closer to that date. So here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that Kia stays true to what it has said and is giving us a truly accessible and affordable EV. So the EV5 plays in the same segment as stuff like the Volkswagen ID.4, maybe the Honda Prologue, the Chevrolet Blazer EV. And so it's not the first one in this segment, but I can very comfortably say that it is perhaps my favorite so far. After spending the day with it, I can say that I think this might be a segment leader when it arrives. And here's why. First of all, it's got a great powertrain. When it arrives in Canada, it will have two different battery packs. One is 60-something kilowatts and the other one is 81, and that's the long-range version. And of course, it will be available with front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions. Now, because I'm terrible at remembering numbers, I'm going to put the specs for torque and horsepower up on the screen. Now, I can tell you that this front-wheel drive version that I'm driving right now is way faster than you need it to be. You know, you'll be able to comfortably pass anybody and get up to speed with no stress. So in terms of driving dynamics, honestly, I have no complaints here. It is very difficult to make an EV that drives poorly. This one drives like pretty much every other EV out there, meaning it corners really well, it feels nice and balanced, the steering is even pretty good, and this one also has one pedal driving, which you can adjust the levels of the regenerative braking through the paddle shifters on the steering wheel. And I love that because that means you don't have to fiddle with buttons on the touchscreen. And even if you did have to fiddle with buttons on the touchscreen, I'm happy to report that it is a very user-friendly system. Now, there are physical toggles and buttons for climate control, and there is a touch capacitive row of shortcuts. And normally I don't love those, but in this application, they actually work really well and they're very easy to use, so I'm happy to see it. Perhaps my favorite part of the EV5 in general is how the interior is so well designed for practicality. I think there's a lot of features in here that busy families on the go are really going to appreciate. One of those is that there are tons of storage cubbies everywhere. There are storage cubbies in the door, in the trunk, there's a frunk. The trunk is also pretty big. The second row seats can fold flat. There's a pass-through in the middle seat so you can have room for skis and still fit 4 people. Some other important highlights. This EV5 is capable of charging up to speeds of 150 kilowatts, which is great. That means you should be able to get from 10 to 80% in just under half an hour, which is exactly what we want to see. Now, there are no Canadian range figures revealed just yet, but the European numbers say that this EV5 should get over 500 kilometers of range. Now, you got to remember that the European testing standards for range are a bit more lax than what we use back at home in Canada. So when it arrives on our shores, you should expect a little bit less range, but I'd still be really, really happy if there was over 500 kilometers. I think that would kind of make it a game changer in this segment. Some other EV highlights. This EV5 will be capable of vehicle-to-load bi-directional charging, which is great because that means you can turn it into a mobile generator to kind of power your campsite or whatever. And eventually it will also come with vehicle-to-grid technology, and it won't have it when it lands, but you'll probably be able to enable it via an over-the-air update. Efficiency-wise, I'm pretty impressed with what's going on here. So we've driven it for about 130 kilometers so far today, and we've been getting about 18.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Today I am currently driving the top trim version, and Kia has absolutely packed this thing full of really great features. So it's got ambient lighting that looks really beautiful. It helps make it look more high-end. There is a pet mode, which is a first for Kia. And what it does is it keeps the temperature nice and cool or warm for your fuzzy friends so no one breaks your windows trying to save them. And it displays a nice little message on the screen so people are aware of what's going on. You know, in this top trim, the front seats are heated and ventilated. The rear seats are heated. It's got a wireless charger for your phone. And of course, it's absolutely packed with every single safety feature that Kia has to offer right now. And maybe one of my favorite features is their really solid blind spot monitoring system. You know, it's activated by the turn signals, so it shows you what's in your blind spot in the camera. You can also see if there's someone in your blind spot on the head-up display, which is another great feature that I forgot to mention. And in general, I'm really impressed by all the safety stuff. This EV5 has also been warning us about speed cameras that are about to pop up on us, which I've been really grateful for because I don't want to get a speeding ticket in Korea. And it also warns you if there's a stoplight or if there's an obstruction on the road. Lots of great features. And that's what I think is going to help differentiate the EV5 from every other EV in this segment out there right now. I think this has the potential to really be a game changer for this segment, but it will really come down to pricing. So I'm really hopeful that Kia will kind of keep its promise and ensure that when this EV5 arrives in Canada, and not the US, by the way, to which I say, it's probably a tariff related thing, but I'm happy we're getting it because it's really good. So anyway, I hope Kia really keeps its promise to make this EV5 affordable.